Hey everybody, glad to have you here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing knots. You know how some people like to get knotty? So today we're going to do the bowline. And what that essentially is a knot that has a loop that doesn't get any bigger or smaller. So the loop stays where it's at. So really quickly, this is how you tie it. This is how I was taught when I was a kid. Take one hand and you have this, and this can go, whether you're rock climbing, this can go up or down or wherever you are. So first you go over, and then in the loop. So you're kind of holding it like this. And then the end of this and the length of this rope switches and then switches back. And then you just pull it through the loop you just created. So this is what the knot looks like. And as strong as the rope is as strong as that will hold. So that'll hold your entire body weight if the rope can hold your body weight. Really simply, I'll do it again. This time a bit faster. So, over, switch and switch back and through the loop. This is a great knot. It'll hold. It's also really easy to untie if there's no tension on it. So how you untie it is you push basically all the ends together, and then you just pull it out, just like that. Okay, now we're going to do the slip knot. It's a very simple, easy knot to tie, and there's 1,000,001 uses for it. So basically, you make the loop that you want to slip, and you take the closest end to the loop, and you basically just tie a simple knot like this. This is your basic slip knot. And how it works is, as it's pulled, it slips. So one more time, make the loop you want, and this you can actually tie this around something. It doesn't really matter if you want something around it or if you don't, but then you take this and you tie a simple knot. And obviously you can make as many of these simple knots as you want. So you can have a few of them, you can have just one of them like this, and as you pull, it'll unravel itself if nothing's in between that loop. So, just to recap, I will tie a few of them to show you what I'm talking about. So, say you tie one over here. I'll just go around twice. 1, 2. That's what twice means, in case some of you are still curious. And there you have the same slip knot. Right now we're doing the square knot. So you start, go over with one end, and then you go over with the other end. So I did these in different colors so you can see easier what the knot looks like. So that's what it looks like. There's the top, there's the bottom, and that's as easy as it is to tie. So there's the square knot, and I'll tie it again. So, one over the other, and then do the opposite. So you're going to go this one over that one now. And there you go. Top, bottom. It's a very good knot. It may slip. So if you're pulling at both of these, it may slip. So what I would suggest, if you want these not to come apart, well, for starters, tie a different knot. But if it's just holding a place or just holding a marker, then you tie the square knot, and once this is tied, you take the ends of both of them and you tie another knot. So just another slip knot so that it locks in on itself. if it does pull any closer. So what that looks like is this. So if it pulls any closer, it's going to stay strong. There you go. Beautiful, huh? Okay, for the next knot, it's a blood knot, but I think it's one of the more useful ones. So say something happened to your end and you can't burn it, so you don't have a match or a lighter, or you don't want to take your flint out. So if your rope is all, now you can see how dull that knife was. So if your rope is all frayed and the end is splitting, say this is getting pulled apart every which way, not looking too good, and you don't want anything to slip off, what you can do is make a little loop and twist the end like this and put the frayed part through that and pull it tight. So I'm going to make sure. And this is kind of what you'll be looking at. So that's to stop this fraying from going any further until you have time to put that by a fire and burn the rest of that off. So that's what you can do. It also helps if it helps let you know that that is the end of the rope, like you have no more, and it'll be slightly easier to find. So all you do is you make a loop, twist, twist, and then you put the end through there, and then you pull it. Well, you pull it towards the end, so you can use as much of the rope as you need. But that's what it is. Getting a little stage fright here, but it's good. So then it's not going to be any it's not going to fray any further beyond that point without coming undone. So okay, this is the sheet bend. It's when you have a bigger rope or a sheet and you're tying it to a baby sheet or a baby rope, a little tiny one. Obviously they're different colors, so you can see the difference. So here's your first one. You just make a simple a bend, and then you go under, around, and then inside this little loop. And there you have the sheet bend. And you can obviously do a double sheet bend, but I like this. It's a pretty sturdy knot. Okay, this is the figure 8. If you're into rock climbing, you probably already have used this hundreds and thousands of times. But we're going to teach it. First I'll teach the easy way, and then there is another way to do it, but I don't know if we'll have time for that. So first you make a loop or a bend in the rope, and then you do this, and then you do it again, and you put this bend through here. So when you pull it tight, there is your knot. So that's the first version. Now the second version is you can do that and you slightly untie this so that you can wrap it around. So if you have something fixed or like a loop or a ring, then you can put it through that loop, or ring, or belt, or whatever, and then all you do is you follow the 8. So you go through here, and this goes around, so you're going to go around. This goes through, so you're going to go through. This goes around the top, so you're going to go around the top, and then it goes through back to the beginning. So you're going to go through back to the beginning. And you have just tied this around something. So there you go. There's your figure 8 knot.